I am beginning. Hi guys, Chris here and you're watching Here We Are Running. You're back for another episode in my ultramarathon training as I work towards my first 50-mile ultramarathon, the North Downs Way 50, hopefully happening in May. And today is Saturday. You join me out on the long run, which I'm hoping will be, hang on, which I'm hoping will be 20 miles today. And I'm just making my way towards the North Downs Way at the moment. The ground is frozen solid. I've actually waited until the afternoon to come out and do this run for two reasons. It's a little bit warmer, i.e. it's only -1 degree Celsius at the moment, and a package came for me this morning. So my old running watch, which is the Garmin Forerunner 235, has done me very well for the last 4 years. A brilliant watch, that, a really, really good watch. But I started to realise that really that's a watch for up to marathon distance. When you go over marathon distance, either you're going to need to keep it charged during the run, or you need something else. And I decided, with all the running I'm doing now and the fact that I've got the Ultra coming up, I should invest in a different watch, a better watch. And so I've got the Garmin Fenix 6 Pro. But what that meant was that I needed to wait for the delivery to arrive this morning, charge it up, learn enough about it from the instructions to at least be able to turn the run feature on. And so that's what we've done. We're out the door in the afternoon. Now, this could prove problematic as there isn't that many hours of daylight left. Probably about 3 hours by the time I left. And I've already gone wrong once on this route, which cost me about 5 minutes. So we shall see how we get on. If we have to cut it shorter, we will, and we'll go out for another run tomorrow. Plenty of elevation in this run already in the early stages, so just walking a little bit for now, get the heart rate back down, and then we'll start running. Look, we've got to go up there, up to the top. I am beginning to regret this route big time. I've just seen someone else go absolutely flying on the ice here. This trail is a combination of some pavement, a small amount of mud, and lots of ice. It's not fun. Going downhill, having to really walk carefully. It is so slippery that as soon as you start to run, you start losing your footing completely. Just seen a cyclist come up this hill. He said, "Watch out, mate, it's slippery down there." I don't know how he cycled up it. I've made it up to Caterham Viewpoint, which is a lovely view. I'm just taking it in for a few minutes, but I'm calling this run. Obviously I've got to run home. I've only done 10.5k. It's taken an hour and a quarter to do that, and it's just not fun. It's just not fun. You're just having to be so careful not to fall over. You know, I don't want to carry on and not enjoy the run, so I will run home a slightly different way, avoiding that really treacherous road that I was kind of going down. If I went back that way, I'd have to go up it. So I'm going to go back a different way. It'll probably be just as icy, but at least it'll be different. And we'll just, wherever I get home, whatever the distance is, whatever the time is, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to call it today. I'm going to go out tomorrow. We'll see what we do then. Hello and welcome to Sunday. It's just after lunchtime and I've decided to take part in a Zwift session. It's the pack session, hill climbing, and we're taking on the Surrey Hills today on this. We start in London, as you can see, and then magically we appear in Surrey in a moment. So once we do that, I will update you on all of the training that I've been doing this week. So see you in a moment. Okay, so we have made it now into the Surrey Hills and we're already at 1%. We're just about to increase the incline again, up another percent to 2. Now they've said set the treadmill down a level. I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to kind of do my own pace on this. But incline, I'm going with what they say. And as the run progresses, they are gradually bringing us up in incline every 400 or now every 200 meters. We've got an increase in incline. I believe it's going to get to 10% incline in total before the end. I won't be doing this pace when we get that high, but for now, I'm just maintaining the pace and just watching the heart rate increase slightly as the incline increases. Right, as I continue running here, let's bring up on the screen now all of the runs that I have done this week up to today, and I'll talk you through them. So firstly, on Tuesday evening, I did the longest run that they've had in the Tour de Zwift, which has been going on for the last few weeks. So this was stage 8, the final stage, and for the long run, it was a 17.5 kilometre run. Now I've been enjoying these Tour de Zwift runs because it's essentially a group run with a lot of other runners on Zwift, and there aren't many group runs that get many people in them during the middle of the week particularly, which are of that sort of distance. So quite nice to be running with others on that longer Tour de Zwift stage 8 run. As you can see there, I kept the pace very constant the whole time. It was actually 6 minutes per kilometre pace the whole way through, and the heart rate was an average of 122 beats per minute. Nice and easy pace, nicely in zone 2, and just building up that aerobic fitness really. And then on Wednesday, well, Wednesday's turned into a double run day for me. I do one before I start work and I do another one after work, again both on Zwift, indoors on the treadmill. And the breakfast run, that is another hill session, 8 kilometres, average pace of 6:12 per kilometre. You get 281 metres of elevation there, but it's actually quite, there isn't much elevation towards the beginning of the run. It all comes on later on. And again, it goes right up to 10%. So we got, 281 metres of elevation with an average heart rate of 127 beats per minute, but it was much higher towards the end. And then in the evening, a 6.6 kilometre run, I decided to do it at marathon pace. As you can see there, 5:20 per kilometre. Just wanted to see what my heart rate would be running that length. Okay, it wasn't a very long run, but just running that length. And as you can see, 127 beats per minute, so still in zone 2 for that evening run on Zwift at marathon pace. Thursday, I was outside at a lunchtime run, 8 kilometres or 5 miles, and 5 minutes 43 per kilometre. Only 92 metres of elevation in that. average heart rate of 125 beats per minute. Right, here in this run, we've now gone up to 5% incline. So starting to feel it, but still I haven't dropped the pace yet. Let's see how long I can maintain this pace of 10.2 kilometers per hour with this amount of incline. Now back to Friday. Out again at lunchtime on Friday for 9 kilometers this time, or 5.6 miles. An average pace there must have been going relatively quickly actually, because it was 5.26 per kilometer. We had 95 meters of elevation, and the heart rate, because I was going a bit quicker, did increase to 132 beats per minute, that's the average heart rate. So I obviously did go into zone 3 for some of that, because 132 beats per minute is the top of my zone 2. Now Saturday, you know all of that because you just watched it, but there's the stats on the screen. We got in 308 meters of elevation, or just over 1,000 feet. And yeah, so distance wise, elevation wise, that was less than I was hoping to do, which is why I've decided to do this run today on Zwift, just because it's helping me get in some extra elevation. And you can see actually that because I haven't been reducing the pace, although we're getting a little breather here, take the incline back down to 0. Actually, I'm sticking on 1%, but there we go. Yeah, because I've maintained that even pace the whole time, my heart rate went up to 139 beats per minute, I think. But that's fine. It's going to go up when you're doing hills. And this is not going to be the last run of the day. So this run itself is 8 kilometers. But one of my kids wants to go out for a run afterwards, so we are going out in the real world. Be a bit of a cool down for me, but that's fine. And we're just going to do 4 kilometers. So that will be the end of my week's running. It's going to be just over 80 kilometers for the week, or 50 miles. And despite the fact that Saturday wasn't how it should have been and how I wanted it to be, I'm not worrying too much about that. We have still managed a good week of training. It's more volume, it's more distance. We haven't done a lot of speed work this time, but that doesn't really matter. And we'll go again next week. So guys, I really do hope, as always, that you've enjoyed this episode, that you found it useful, that you found it in some way motivating. Hopefully your running is going well at the moment. Drop a comment below, let me know how it is going. And I hope you join me again for next week's episode. As always, if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, give the video a like, and if you're new around here, well, why not consider subscribing for regular running content. But as I continue this run, I'll say goodbye for now and see you next week.